An Edge of Eternities Collector Booster. What's up everybody, and welcome to Hoarding Wombat Collectibles. Today we are finally opening this Edge of Eternities Collector Booster that has been sitting on my desk and staring me down ever since I bought it at pre-release. I got this from my LGS for a whopping $425, which was probably a mistake because they settled down to about $400 on TCG Player right now. But I'm not that upset because there are some insane artworks in here with special guest lands, some of those crazy fractured foils, and the mythical Sothera, the Supervoid Singularity Foil, which is going for over $1,500 right now, which is kind of insane. I think it might go down. I don't know how much art there are of them, but we're probably not gonna get that. So let's open it up and see if we can make our money back. Editor, do the thing. Just a heads up, if I'm opening this up, which means that I actually am close to finishing my Tarkir Dragonstorm lore videos, but obviously I didn't finish that up. I just needed to open this thing up because it's been staring me down for so long. But I'm very excited actually. I do love this set. The lore was awesome. I'm definitely going to be doing some lore videos. So I definitely am going to have that. I'll talk about a little bit of lore in here, but I think we're going to focus on mostly the artwork in here. Because some of these are crazy. I know those fractured foils, I saw some of them in foundations, I know are a pretty big thing, but let's see what they look like in here. Alright, we'll put those off to the side over here so you can see them. It also comes with this promo Singularity Rupture. I don't think it's anything crazy, but decent little promo. It looks pretty cool. Destroy all creatures, and then any number of target players each mill half their library rounded down. Definitely could be nice in like some sort of mill deck I have. I do have a Dimir kind of mill deck that probably everyone hates, but no, it's pretty good. Alright, so let's start with the collector boosters. Let's see, they don't have a little thing, so this is going to be a pain in the ass. Let me open that up this way. Alright, come on. There we go. Maybe the next ones will be a little bit easier. Get the hang of it. But yeah, I don't know what everybody's thoughts are on Edge of Eternities, but I think it has been awesome so far. The gameplay was pretty fun, pre-release was pretty fun, and I also did a draft too, because I wasn't able to do Commander Box League, because that never actually took off the ground, which is crazy, but biosynthetic burst, not synthetic. I thought it would have been synthetic. But this is an Emudian. I am going to make it like an Emudian landfall deck. If you saw my last video, they had a pretty good precon that has stuff in it, but I want to make it more Emudian-like. So we got that. We have a Starfighter Pilot, Human Pilot, Dark Endurance, a Melded Moxite, Cloud Sculpt Technician, all in the foil. These Atmospheric Greenhouse, it's pretty cool for the Emudians. Unravel, I haven't seen this card, and that's pretty cool. Invasive Maneuvers. The Sundial Technique. Haste begets blunder. Be patient, Aura. As the sun rises, you will yet earn your second blade. Mastered Iridian, I guess. So this is a nice little Uthros. You see some cloud sculpted buildings in the background. So that's pretty cool. I do love these lands. I think these lands are just awesome. Tanuke Steadfast Second. That's always a good one. So that's a mythic. Tanuke is like a great fun character in the stories and everything like that. He has a cool backstory too, which I appreciate. And this is actually perfect for Kabu. I kind of wanted to make some sort of Kabu deck. I have a bunch of Kabu from older sets, from like older Dominaria sets. So I kind of wanted to make a Kabu deck, but this is pretty cool. All of your creatures you control have haste. Artifact cards and red creature cards in your hand have warp. Then Radiant Summit. I do love these lands, just all of these, the actual, this one's from the actual commander, but I do love just the look of these lands and artworks on these lands. It's pretty nice. Cosmogoyf, wow, that's cool. An Elemental Lurgoyf, so that's nice. So I do want to make it also a Goyf deck, so this will be pretty cool. Elemental Lurgoyf, this creature's power is equal to the number of cards you own in exile, and its toughness is equal to that of that number +1, which is pretty cool because you could use what is that warp mechanic that they have? It's really nice. Ooh, Lava Claw Reaches. This is pretty nice. So it's a land, it enters tapped, and it's for Rakdos colors, and then it turns into an elemental creature. I think these are not like anything crazy, but they're just like nice borderless arts. They're pretty awesome. And then Rust Harvester. That is a fun artwork. I like that with the foil. The foil really shows up really nice on there. Nice robot card. I did want to make like an Infinity style like robot tech, maybe some like crazy carnival rides and stuff. And then we have a lander token and a drone token. All right, so far so good. We got Tanuki, which was nice. We'll go to the second one. Let's see if I could open this a little bit differently, not have to use the knife, but looks like we might need to. These things don't want to open very well. I don't know if there's a trick to open them. If you guys do have a trick to opening them, let me know, because I would hate to damage a card while stabbing it with a knife, but we'll figure it out. There we go. Oh, they actually have the art cards. No, they're like not doing art cards in like play boosters anymore, which is I really didn't need them. Some of them are actually kind of worth a couple bucks, but they're nice to have, I guess. Like they showcase the artwork, showcase the artist, but they're not like anything crazy. A Kavaron Turbo Drone, just a drone on Kavaron. Squire's Lightblade for the Sunstar Free Company. Wormwall Sweeper, so they go to the Wormwall as kind of like the edge of the edge. Some crazy stuff happens over there. Graveblade Heavy for the Monoist. Difficult to dodge a weapon that commands gravity itself. Then we have a Gene Pollinator. Another Imodian, but this one's a robot insect, which is pretty cool. Imodians have engineered a device or species to manage every stage of Terra Symbiosis. Then we have Blade of the Swarm. It's a little insect assassin. Another Imodian. And Menemnon, Uthros Exile. I think he comes up in the story, or he or she, I'm not sure, or they come up in the story a couple times. It's pretty cool. Close Encounter. Desculpting Blast. This is kind of a interesting artwork. I kind of like it. Looks cool. Then we have another Uthros Island. Terra Symbiosis. Nice. I tried to use this in pre-release. It did get a couple counters out, which was pretty nice, but nothing crazy. Kilo Apogee Mind. If you did see my last video, this is the actual commander from that video. It seems like a fun commander. It seems like it can get pretty crazy with proliferates. And then they're also, obviously, they have the extra cards that are in the secret lair in that last video. Pain for All. Wow, that is crazy. It's a really cool artwork. Looks like Tanuki over here with his little blades. The agony of that consumed him also gave him clarity of purpose. So I guess kind of the agony, mental agony that he had in his backstory. And that is his Ink Moth Nexus. That's cool. The sign becomes a 1/1 Phyrexian Blink Moth artifact. Creature with flying and infect until end of turn. It's still land. I might use this for, I have, what is that small little Phyrexian guy I have? The little mite that actually like protects other mites. I do have a deck for him. So maybe I'll put that in there. Ooh, nice. So this is the little like comic book kind of like retro future kind of artwork. Robe of Stars in the foil. That is pretty nice. I do like it. It is a little hard to read because they're kind of all over the place, but you do have the mana symbols up top, which is nice to have. Artifact equipment, equipped creature, all these different things. So, but it's pretty cool if you can see that in the foil over there. And then we just have an art card. It is signed, so maybe this be something from something. This is actually Blinkmoth Nexus. I actually rather have this artwork than the other special guest artwork, but Calder Moore. It's pretty nice. Pretty cool so far. All right. I mean, I would love to get Sothera or something like that. That'd be cool. I know a lot of people, what is it, Overgrown Tomb or something? What was the, there's one that everybody's getting. I forgot what it was. Oh my god, these are like even harder to open than usual. I don't know what's going on. There's usually some sort of tab that you can find, but looks like I'm gonna have to open all of these up like this. But yeah, these are harder than usual to open, but worth it. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Insatiable Skittermaw, nice insect horror. Red's Gone, and the chittering, it won't stop. Decrypted log from 3.88. I do like the little decrypted logs. I feel like they're kind of like an insight to like a random side story that's happening. That like somebody's just finding all these decrypted logs out in the universe as they come down. It's kind of reminds me of like Fallout when you find one of the tapes and you pop it into your Pip-Boy. It's pretty cool. Frontline War Rager. Nice Kavu Soldier. Beginning of your end step, if you control 2 or more tap creatures, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. The Kav have more than ideology, profit on the line. They fight for a home. As I said in my other video, there's Kavaran that is, and the Kavaran that, I always forget it. It's Kavaran that is and Kavaran that was. Kavaran before. There you go. And they basically, the Kavaran that is kind of just kind of exploded, and Kavaran before, it's kind of like exploding into the universe and everything like that. So it's kind of all these fractured pieces that are all over the place. And the Kavaran National, the Memorial Navy, actually goes out and tries to explore these places, find like lost artifacts and stuff from the Kavu of the before times. But their original home, their home currently is kind of just like a complete mess, just completely torn apart. So we have Meltstrider's gear. And then we have Lost in Space, which is kind of a cool little reference. Every so often, the Edge reminds you that there's always more to discover. Then we have Shattered Wings. The Emudians sought to keep Evendo a gentle world at any cost. All Fate's Stalker, a Drix assassin. So the Drix are actually kind of these, I guess, kind of angelic. They're definitely more powerful than the regular people and kind of creatures of the Edge of Eternities kind of lore. So they have a lot more power. They have weft walking. So this is probably why they have warp, which is pretty cool. Glacier Godmaw, that is cool. It's kind of like from what, Dune, the big Dune creature, Leviathan with landfall. I do want to make like a Mudian landfall deck, so that's this might go in there. That'd be pretty cool. Scour for Scrap. So this is just kind of some of the Jellyfish, the Illboy hunt for stellar fragments that predate even the Formari. Seed Ship Impact, another Mudian type thing. And then we have these, I think the mountains might be my favorite. Because just like, I don't know, I really like this mountain. Just kind of the way the ship kind of goes over there. It's just really nice. Requiem Monolith. Don't know anything about this one. It's definitely a monoist type of artifact. Scouring Swarm. That's pretty cool. Little insect guys. Sacrificing lands. And then here we go. Adagia Windswept Bastion. It's a planet. So you could station it as well. So that is weird. I haven't seen this before, but this is the different artworks. It's like the Stellar Sights artworks, I believe. Not 100% sure, but it's basically supposed to be like you're in a spaceship looking out into the window of the new world, which is pretty cool. It's a nice way. I think the foils look really nice on this. Obviously, Galaxy foils will look really nice. Ooh, Eldrazi Temple. I do like this artwork better than most of the Stellar Sights artworks, because it just like, I don't know, it's a little more pronounced, the temple. It's also by Calder Moore, so I like Calder Moore's artwork. And then a Stelly Reclaimer, nice Angel Warrior. I do like this this artwork. I think this is a different showcase artwork. I know the Tezzeret is in this like weird artwork. It's a lot of like circulars in the background, and then kind of the singular being in the front, which is really nice. That foil's really nice in there because of all that kind of orangey-ness, almost like the piss foils from Aether Drift. Oh, and there we go. And then we got the artwork from it. The artwork is Benjamin E. Stelly Reclaimer. That is cool. I like that as Stelly Reclaimer, so that's pretty nice. Let's open up another one. There's definitely something I'm missing on here. There's definitely a way to get these open a little bit easier. Let's get that. I should just cut them open at this point with the scissor. But see if I can get this. Watch me struggle for a little while. There's somebody who has a trick to this, and it's not me. I cannot do it. Kavaron Turbo Drone again. We have a Knight Luminary. They're kind of dressing, all the squires are dressing this knight. Thank you that I do not shine alone. I thank you that I do not shine alone. Melded Moxite, another thing that the Cov basically mined their planet to oblivion for. Cloud Sculpt Technician. Beamsaw Prospector. Sunstar Lightsmith. Station Monitor. Weftstalker Ardent. That's pretty nice. Another Drix. A Mudian Terrabotanist. And then we have this nice, beautiful Plains. Kind of the same artwork from the Argadia. And then Chorale of the Void. It's pretty cool. Patrolling Peacemaker. I have this. This was also in the Commander. Bioengineered Future. This will definitely probably be in my Emidian landfall deck, because it great lander tokens, which was good for landfall. Inventor's Fair. I did pull a actual Inventor's Fair from Kaladesh. I think it was a Kaladesh booster, Kaladesh pre-release kit. So that's pretty cool. Inventor's Fair. Ooh, Sunsur Secundi Void Altar. This is the main area for the Monois. So that is pretty cool. I like the foiling on it. Again, I think the foiling is where these really pop. Even though like some of the colors might be muted, like the foiling really looks nice on here. And it does have station. And then I have a lander token and a robot token on the back. All right, pretty cool. Let's open another one. Keep it going. Let me know what you guys think about the collector boosters. I mean, obviously they're actually like a decent price. They haven't gone up like crazy like some of the new collector boosters are going up. Like, I mean, obviously Final Fantasy was nuts, but I heard that Spider-Man was also supposed to be like, it's like $800 collector boosters, which is kind of insane. I don't really like how that's going. We have Meltstrider's gear. We have another Insatiable Skittermaw. Exosuit Savior, and Esteli once saved me once just like this, and I aspire to live up to their example every day. So this I kind of was talking about the Esteli, kind of the angelic beings of the Sunstar Free Company. The Beamsaw, the Prospector again. Focus Fire. We are the arrows of Sunsold's Quiver. Declaration of Fleet Purpose, Axiom 2. I think Axiom is kind of like the Bible they have almost. Desculpting Blast, Litho Breaking, kind of breaking by smashing into a planet, Close Encounter again, Honor, another Sunstar. With this mantle, I carry the duty to spread light, liberty, and the grace of Tamond 4 onto all the stars. This is nice. So we have a Galaxy Foil Forest. If you can see, the Galaxy Foil does come up pretty nice on camera every once in a while. Biotech Specialist, another great Ilvoy for my Ilvoy deck. Long Range Sensor, that was in the Commander. Extinguisher Battleship, I think I got this in pre-release, this Extinguisher. Bonder's Enclave. I like having all these like utility lands. It's really nice. I don't really have a lot. Oh, wow. Okay, so I believe this is Sothera the Supervoid. This is a Japanese. It's not fractured foil, but it is the Japanese art, which is really cool. I don't know if this one's worth a lot. It's definitely a foil, so it's probably pretty good. That's pretty awesome. I kind of wanted this if they're the Supervoid, the crazy one, but that's pretty nice. And then we got a robot token and a munitions token. All right, so cool. We have a good amount left. Keep it going. So that's pretty nice that we got that Japanese foil. Not the fractured foil, so I don't know if it's worth like a lot, but Sothera Supervoid obviously is a really good card. One of the like kind of like, I guess like the Jasper Mox Jasper was probably kind of the card that people were talking about. Obviously it got serialized in the last set with Turkey or Dragonstorm, so this one's pretty cool. Comet Crawler, nice insect horror. Zealous Display, Nutrient Block. I love that this is just like hardtack basically in the military. It's an indestructible food. which is just hilarious. Like, you have to sacrifice it. You gain 3 life. When this artifact was put into the graveyard from the battlefield, draw a card. I think it's so fun. Such a good, like, little lore thing. What flavor do you want, Sammy? Bland, dense, or vanilla? It's Nook saying that to Sammy while they're on there. There is actually a scene that's in the story where they're kind of eating like different, like going through Sammy's fridge and trying to find like something good to eat and everything, which is fun. It's just like a really fun story. I just really enjoyed reading all of it, and all of the side stories are really fun too. Decode transmissions. You would kill the Faller, our Messiah, and call us monsters. Diplomatic relations. This is the Kav and Emudians. We will not yield to the Emudians. Relinquish our Kavaron tomorrow. Official Kav diplomatic statement. Edge Rover, a nice robot scout for, I guess, the Emudians. Charting on the edge, 1 scan at a time. Interceptor Mechan, another just robot and Rakdos colors. I really wanted to make a Rakdos like kind of artifact deck during pre-release, but I did not get anything that was like good at like sacrificing artifacts and stuff like that. Hyperblade, Scourge of Eternity. Then we have another one of those beautiful mountains. Then Thrumming Hivepool. Thank God I finally got this one. So it's affinity for slivers. Slivers you control have double strike and haste. At the beginning of your upkeep, create 2 1/1 colorless sliver tokens. I'll never escape this rock, but I fear they will. Decrepit Log 4.11. Again, these are just really fun little little lore bits that are on the bottom over here. But yeah, Thrumming Hivepool. I've been doing like a thing on my Morning Coffee Cracks. If you want to check those out, just kind of hunting for slivers, because I do have a sliver commander that is pretty awful. I've tried playing it. It's 5 color sliver commander, so it's like hard to get all the colors out and have enough for everything. So I'm trying to fine tune it, make it actually valuable, because all of my friends have like way better commander decks, but I want to make a nice one that's actually viable, and then they'll hate me for it, because everyone hates slivers. I also want to make a modern deck that actually works. I do have kind of like a Squirrels and Yagra modern that I've been trying to make, but it's not like anything crazy. But this would definitely help for a Squirrel modern deck. Then we got Festering Thicket. This is also in the commander. Mnemnon, the right hand. So this is the different Memnon. Mnemnon. So this Jellyfish Advisor, Elvoy. So this is the fancy one with like the kind of borderless showcase art. Mystifying Maze. Wow, this is very imposing. This giant spaceship that's over here. I don't think I've ever seen this card. This card. Pretty cool. Sedge class Seed Ship. Is this in a special foil? No, I think it's just regular foil. Nice extended art foil. And then we have just, I guess, not an Instelli, but Sunstar Free Company coming after them. It's Seam Rip by Sam Gway. All right, cool. We still got a lot of boosters to go. Already got some pretty cool stuff. Obviously, we got the Japanese foil, which is pretty nice. We are going to hopefully get something that one of the fractured foils, maybe. I don't know if it's like 1 per. Maybe it's like one Japanese foil per collector booster, but we shall see. Cryogen Relic. This I've heard is going to be used in Pauper a lot, which is cool. Command Bridge, nice, and the foil. Sammy's Curiosity, just Sammy and Tanuki hanging out. Galactic Wayfarer, Human Scout. When this creature enters, create a lander token. Most say the edge cannot be measured, but will spend their lives trying anyway. That's pretty cool. So they've been doing this for a lot. Like, there's things that like kind of people that don't really go with any faction. Maybe this is a Sunstar Free Company guy, but there's kind of like a Voyager that doesn't go with any faction. That's usually in green, which is pretty cool. Kav Landseeker, another Kavu Soldier. Make a nice Kavu deck. Bygone Colossus, Robot Giant. That's cool. 9/9 for 9, and it has Warp 3. I really like the Warp mechanic. It was really fun to like get stuff out. Just some kind of your big things out really quick. What does it say? The edge is littered with the vestiges of civilizations annihilated by the Eldrazi. That is actually interesting. I did not know all of these places were annihilated by the Eldrazi. To kind of hint toward it, there's like an Eld which I guess is an Eldrazi that like comes and attacks Sammy and everything while they're on the gravity elevator, I believe, which is pretty cool. Atomic Microsizer. When packing for a stealth mission, it's important to fold your dimensions tightly. That's pretty fun. I like that. Ruinous Rampage, just a Cov going after it on a Mudian right there. Cov Battle Rhetoric teaches that there are no malfunctions on the battlefield, just equipment that needs to be utilized differently. It's pretty cool. Use Social Engineering. I thought this was a great card. It's got landfall, just puts out a lot of robots. Then we have that beautiful Swamp, full art foil, getting each one. Stellar Reclaimer. So this is what the normal one is. I could go try to dig for the other, but I don't think we have time for that. Stellar Reclaimer. This is the normal one. So this is obviously a good card. Angel Warrior. I do love the artwork on this, kind of like leading into battle, but it's almost like I don't know. It's like I like how the Esteli are just kind of like literally Stardust. Like they don't have like a full form. It's nice. Glittering Massif. This is also in the Commander. Ragast Deft Gastronaut in the showcase. I did already get a Ragast. I'm gonna try to make like some sort of chef food deck. So that's gonna be cool. Thespian Stage. I do like this Thespian Stage a little bit better than the Stellar Sights version too. I did get this Thespian Stage, I think, in my my bundle box, which you could also watch right here if I remember to put the little link, or on my channel. Star Winder. That is really cool artwork. I really like the foiling on this. Like everything, it's not like muted colors or anything like that. It just looks really nice. Lights Leviathan. Droplets from its breaching splash. Newborn stars across the void. That's cool. And then, ooh, that's a cool shapeshifter token. Different changeling with death touch. I wonder what that is. That is cool. And then that foil golem. I do like this golem token a lot better. All right, next one. Let's open it up. I think I'm just gonna use the knife each time. There's no point in trying. Not gonna get these open very easily. There we go. We got the robot token. Biosynthetic Burst again. Hole Carver. We got Star Breach Whale. Nice big star whale. Focus Fire. Red Tiger Mechan. Vault Guard Trooper. Another Kavu Soldier. Give me everything in advance. Kav Naval Motto. Another Honor. I did like Honor. Honor was a fun card. It is only sorcery speed, but it does work pretty well. You just put a counter on, draw a card. For 1 mana to draw a card is just like pretty nice. A little Brainstorm, but it's in white. Dauntless Scrapbot. I like this little robot. Kind of definitely could go in an Unfinny robot deck. Umbral Collar Zealot. Another Fallen. And then this is the mountain, same mountain that we got, but this is in the Galaxy foil. You can see some of the little foiling guys on there. It's really nice. Do like these a lot. Oh, Breeding Pool, nice. So this is a regular Breeding Pool. I don't know if I got like one of the Borderless or Extended Arts, but I do love this art. That is good. Foil Breeding Pool, I'll take that. And log 1.4778. Granove, a tropical moon teeming with endemic biota. A must-see for any aspiring astrobiologists. Mazzy's Edge Chronicles. This is cool. I like that too. Little Edge Chronicles. Solar Array. This is also in the Commander. Exalted Sunborn. That is cool. Another Angel Wizard. Flying Lifelink. If one or more tokens would be created under your control, twice that many tokens would be created instead. That is pretty good. And you could warp it too, so you could warp it in, do all your token stuff, and then it just warps right out. Oh my god. Power Depot. That's cool. Artifact land. 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast artifact spells and artifacts, ability of artifacts, and as modular 1. I think this is from Kamigawa. Sacred Foundry. Nice. So this is just the regular foil. Obviously, like I said, you could see kind of the regular foil. I don't know. I just like the artwork a little bit better when it's on the regular foil. Then we have that Lantern token, and it switches to a robot token. All right, cool. I think we have 3 more packs left. So no Sothera, like crazy Sothera. I mean, we have the Japanese foil, which probably is pretty good. I do want a Tezzeret from here, at least one Tezzeret. I don't need the crazy artwork. The crazy artwork is pretty good. Don't need the crazy artwork, but it's nice. Blooming Stinger, Plant Scorpion, Zookeeper Mechan. It's cool. Infinite Guidewind's Fauna from Sothera. Exhibit proved popular. Unfortunately, the biological zookeepers kept getting eaten. So yeah, Infinite Guideline is kind of like the, I guess, just like the normal, like, kind of overarching government for all of the lands. They kind of control any outwards travel through the Eternities and everything. Red Tiger Mechan, Sinister Cryologist, Bombard, deals 4 damage to target creature for 3. It's pretty decent. It's an instant. Go back to your little war, Sun Stooge. This here is our operation, and it's Kunthar, Kav Mine Operator. Mechan Engineer. I do like the foiling on that. I don't know if you can see. Kind of the little wispies are all foiled. Hymn of the Faller. Debris Field Crusher. That looks pretty cool. Starfield Shepherd. That's a nice angel too. Maybe I can do like some sort of a Stelly deck. I have kind of like an Angels and Clerics deck, but that'd be nice. Another Galaxy Foil Mountain. Take that again. Secluded Starforge. I did get this in pre-release. Is that any? No, I think it's just a regular foil. Baloth Prime. I do like this. It's just a big giant Baloth. It's in the commander. Ooh. Quantum Riddler. That's cool. Little Sphinx. Weird Sphinx. That is a different take on a Sphinx. But I do like the artwork. The artwork's pretty crazy by Cacho Ribion. Lava Claw Reaches. That is a cool seller site. It's in the foil. That's pretty nice. I think we got that already. Entropic Battle Cruiser. I did get this, I think, in a collector booster on my Morning Coffee Cracks. And then you have Tanuk kind of riding over there. Tanuk Steadfast Second by Raymond Swanland. Do like Raymond Swanland's artwork too as well. I think he did some stuff for Tarkir, old Tarkir, which was pretty cool. All right, so we got 3 more left. Let's get that Sothera, that other crazy Sothera. We did get the High Fool, which I did really want a lot, so I'm glad we got that. All right, we got Hole Carver. Hole Carver, Robot Assassin, Death Touch, Night Luminary again, Star Breach Whale again, Plasma Bolt, Grav Kill. I do love this art in Grav Kill. Really cool kind of thing. Sing, when the follower reaches the end of his journey, all things will arrive at the 0 point. What is unending will persist through the new creation and be ordered accordingly. The theorem unending and final. And Typhon 6. Alright, Elvoy Infiltrator, Jellyfish Rogue, Kavaron Harrier, the Robot Soldier, Lash Whip Predator. So this is like, oh, look at the size of those petals. That one's eaten well this season. Bez, Pinnacle Nature Surveyor. I think this is like something from the Wormwall, or maybe it's something from Evendo. This is a pretty crazy little plant beast. Light List of Angel, Vampire Cleric. That's pretty cool. Another forest. I do like this forest too, with like kind of the rainy aspect of it. It's nice foil. Mutinous Massacre. Ooh. Choose odd or even. Destroy each creature with mana value of the chosen quantity. Then gain control of all creatures until end of turn. End tap them, then gain haste until end of turn. 0 is even. Kavaron's Denigration poisoned many hearts, which the Monoists were happy to exploit. Ooh, that's crazy. Mutinous Massacre. That's a pretty fun card. Not really fun, but Uthros Research Craft. It's also in the Commander. Biotech Specialist again. Got a lot of these guys. Hissing Quagmire. That's fun. Until end of turn, it turns into a 2/2 black-green elemental creature with Death Touch, and it's still land. Ooh, Lumen Class Frigate. That's nice. Other creatures you control get +1/+1. If you station it for 2, station it for 12, it's flying, lifing 3/5. Not really great. Lander token and a robot token. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, do this. There we go. Hopefully not damage any cards while I do that, because that was a little intense. All right, we got 2 more, so let's hope for something crazy. We got another Zookeeper Mechan. We got a Starfighter Pilot. We got a Cryo Shatter. Divert Disaster. Drix Fatemaker. Another one of the Drix. I'd use this a lot because you can warp them in. It's really nice. I use this a lot in pre-release, and I think draft too as well. Vault Guard Trooper. Another Kavu. Umbral Collar Zealot. Dauntless Scrapbot again. Unravel again. Another one of these Foil Forests. You get the Galaxy Foil Forest. 0 Point Ballad. Ooh, Hearthhold the World Seed. This is one of the spacecraft commanders from the commander sets. Loading Zone, another enchantment. Helps with like spacecrafts and planets. Then we have Raging Ravine. That's in that Stellar Sights kind of artwork. That's really cool. I like that. I like that artwork a lot. Then Arch Enemy's Charm. That is cool. Like a hand grasping that weird eye. That is some sweet artwork. That's cool. And then we have a copy token and a golem token. All right, our last one. Ta-da-da! Our last booster. Maybe it will have the Sothera, the crazy Sothera that's worth $1,500 for no reason. That's not even serialized, but who cares because it looks cool. Woo! All right. Get these out. Oh god, without spoiling anything on the back there. Mechan Shield Mate. We got a Robot Soldier, Exosuit Savior again, Sinister Cryologist again, Bombard, Chrome Companion, gotta love him. Liberation Station's morale greatly improved after Rover took up residence. I would improve my morale as well. Stars Expansionist. Nice Human Knight. Vote out the Among Us and crazy stuff. Cerebral Download. That's cool. That's fun. Mnemnomnomnomnon. The Earthros Exile. Okay, and then we got a Galaxy Foil. Yeah, Galaxy Foil Island. That looked weird. I don't know why it didn't look like Galaxy Foil, but you can see the little dots. Then we have Starfield Vocalist. This is actually a really good card. It's nice. Depth Shaker Titan. Nice. Let's see what we got. Ooh, got something. Galaxy Foil. Terminal Velocity. Oh, we didn't have anything in here. No. Terminal Velocity. Another good card. Wandering from Morale. That is cool. It's the Galaxy Foil artwork of the Stellar Sights. And it looks really nice with the Stellar Sights. Too bad it's Izzet colors. I don't really play Izzet a lot, but it's still a very nice card. Hard Light Containment. And then we just have the regular art series. All right, well, so nothing super duper crazy. But we did get the Japanese foil. So hopefully that is pretty good. Not the fractured foil, but the Japanese foil. So we got some of those. We got some of the Galaxy Foil artworks. Arch Enemy's Charm, I think, is pretty good. Raging Ravine is nice. Where's that Esteli that we got? So yeah, so you'll see the totals over here. See if we made our money back. Hissing Quagmire, I do like that artwork, so we'll put that on there. But yeah, I definitely overpaid for it. I thought it was gonna go up like all the other ones. It's actually sitting at a decent amount right now, so now is your time to kind of grab it while you can. But yeah, so I really do like this set. I just thought it was really fun. I'm definitely going to be doing some lore videos on it, so you can look for those. Sacred Foundry is definitely nice. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about this set. Let me know if you like the artworks, if the artworks are a little too much, if you're a little too put off by like the whole space theme. Is the space theme not for you? Oh, we have this high pool. We got to put that one in there. But yeah, overall, I think it's a good set. There we go. There's the Japanese foil. But yeah, that's pretty much all we have. Thank you guys for watching. You all for watching. And then you'll see the totals over there. See, maybe I made my money back, but probably not. We'll see. And we'll see how prices go. Prices might be a little crazy at the end. We're getting a few weeks into it now, so I think prices have kind of calmed down to where they should be. but we'll see what happens. Thank you, everybody, and have a good day.